King Kholi leads his troops to a series clinching victory over the West Indies in possibly Chris Gayle's last ODI. Now, for the first time in the series, the West Indies won the toss and elected to bat. And sporting a new number on his back was Chris Gayle, 301, to signify his 301st ODI match. Now, him as well as Evan Lewis walked out to the pitch with purpose, with a certain plan in mind. Now, the way they went about their business, it looked like if it was CPL a couple weeks earlier, with both batsmen racing to a 100 partnership in the 10th over, as well as Chris Gayle raising his bat to his 50 in that same over. However, with the score on 115, the leg spin of Chahal claimed the wicket of Evan Lewis for 43. Now, with Hope as his partner, Chris Gayle continued on, racing to 72. But after getting a bit of stick in the early days, Khalil Ahmed came back and redeemed himself and got the wicket of the universe boss. Now, departing the crease, Chris Gayle was surrounded by the entire Indian playing 11, each of them congratulating him on his career, gesturing that this might be his last international match for the West Indies. Now, if it is so, I would like to say, on behalf of me as well as the cricketing public at large, we would like to congratulate Chris Gayle on his retirement and show him so much appreciation for the amount of spectacular innings he has played for us, record-breaking innings, and would also like to wish him well in the rest of his endeavours. Now, with the score on 158 for 2, the skies opened once again in the series and halted play in the match. Now, this was a very long delay which resulted in the overs being reduced to 35 overs. With a reduction in the number of overs, the West Indies batsmen went out with a T20 mindset, maybe even similar to that of the openers. Now, Hope and Hetmeyer didn't really push on as much, but of all the batsmen for the West Indies coming down in the lower order, Nicholas Pooran came out with that T20 mindset, blasting the Indian spinners as well as the pace bowlers to all parts, bringing up 30 runs in 16 balls. Now, the rest of the batting lineup tried their best, but it wasn't really much, and the West Indies eventually reached a score of 240 for 7 after 35 overs. This meant that the target for the Indians to chase down to clinch the series will be 255 via the Duckworth-Lewis method once again. Now, the Indians started the chase well, with Rohit Sharma hitting the first ball of the innings for a boundary. And for the first 2.5 overs of this innings, the Queen's Park over was treated to a little glimmer of IPL cricket. It wasn't until Fabian Allen produced a magnificent work of fielding to run out Rohit Sharma did they have a little stem in the run flow. However, that brought out to the crease King Kholi, who looked like a man on the mission, and him as well as Dhawan pushed on, playing aggressively to put India back in a good position. Now, Fabian Allen came into bowl one magnificent over which he actually claimed 2 wickets, that of Dhawan and of Rishabh Pant, the very next ball, playing an unnecessary shot which actually signalled maybe a West Indian turnaround in the match. However, the pair of Kholi and Shreyas Iyer reunited for another partnership to put nightmares in the West Indians' minds. Now, Virat Kohli brought up his 50 in the 18th over, but on his signalling of raising his bat, you saw a look on his face showing that his job wasn't over. He had to be there at the end to secure this victory for India. Iyer, not to be outdone, took a liking to the West Indian bowlers and raced to a 50 off 33 balls. Now, when he actually fell for 65, the damage was already done and it looked like it was smooth sailing for the Indian team. Kohli stayed cemented in the middle, racing to his 43rd century and his second back-to-back centuries in the series. But who else but Captain Kholi to bring home the winning runs for the Indian team, securing the series, securing his man of the match, as well as securing player of the series as the Indians take the game by 6 wickets over the West Indies. Now, we look forward to these 2 test matches. Hopefully the West Indies can salvage their pride, but I know a lot of questions are being asked by the spectators, by the analysts, as well by teammates as well. So we'll wait to see how they turn around this fortune that lack of fortune that they'll be having, and see how well they go towards the future.